I'm in Michigan State, talked to Coach Izzo, talked to a lot of people about those events, and it's hard to even talk about or imagine. I know a lot of people that were up there during that time and sent love to them, and just thinking about those people and hopefully get through these tough times together as Spartans and as family. Thank you.
Kevin, Nick Friedel, ESPN. Hi. How would you sum up your time in Brooklyn? How would you sum up your time in Brooklyn?
It was a lot of ups and downs, but I loved the grind. So, and everybody in Brooklyn loved the grind too. So I built a family over there. They're gonna always be a part of my journey. So we didn't accomplish what we wanted to accomplish as far as winning the championship, just like I told him, but I enjoyed the grind. And everybody there, we tried our hardest every day, regardless of what was going on in the media, what was going on with our teammates. Everybody who was in that gym, we grinded. So I love those guys. I get emotional to talk about them because that was a special 4 years of my career, coming off of Achilles, and they helped me through a lot. So I don't have anything. So yeah, it was terrible how some stuff went down, but at the end of the day, I love the grind. And we all love the grind there in Brooklyn, and I wish them the best going forward. They got a bright future.
As you look back on that time, I know how much you guys wanted to win a title. Why don't you think it worked there for you guys together?
We just didn't get on the court enough. I think when you seen James, Kyrie, and myself, it was amazing basketball for 17 games, though. But you need, in order for you to win a championship and be a great team, you just need more time on the floor. It's another story about why we didn't get on the floor together, but we just didn't get enough time on the floor. And those are Hall of Fame players that I learned a lot from every day, and I'm wishing them the best as well. It just didn't work out.
Hey, James, over here. This is Dave King with SB Nation. Welcome to the Valley. We're happy to have you here. I have a very short two-part question. First, what is it about Devin Booker that makes all-time greats like Chris Paul and now you want to play with him and come to the Valley and get traded to the Suns? And my second part is, when are you going to take the court?
I answer the second part first. I don't know, but hopefully soon. Hopefully you can feel my enthusiasm to get ready to get out there and play. But I'm gonna follow the training staff and go on the schedule that they got me on. So hopefully soon after break. But as far as Devin, it's just he has a pure game. He can score from every area of the floor with efficiency. He's athletic, but he don't really show it a lot, but he can. Like last game, he had 2 dunks. It surprised me out of nowhere, even though I know he has that in his tool bag, but he's just such a quiet, efficient scorer, and he goes about his business on and off the court in just a mature manner. And I just wanted to be a part of it. I wanted to be a part of his journey and see, how good he can get from here. And, he's just one of those players that I really admire, and people are going to be doing classes on him once he's done playing. Like, you can learn so much from watching his game.
Kevin, Shane Young with Forbes Sports. Welcome to the Valley. Do you think your defense still gets under-discussed, being in, almost 2 decades in the NBA, and people still talk about your offense? Do you feel like that gets under-discussed, and how much do you think you're going to be able to contribute on that end for Monty and the staff?
I understand why. I can score the basketball. People like scoring, and defense is not the glamorous thing in the game. So, I understand why it may not be discussed as much, but my coaches and my teammates trust in me on that side of the floor, and I'm looking forward to adding that to this team. I see they do a lot of switching on some stuff, and they fight over a lot of screens. The stuff that I like to do, protect the rim, and You know, I think I add value to a team with my defense. And like I said earlier, I think my defense always feeds into my offense. So when I'm locked in on that end, I could be better on the other side.
Kevin, to your left, Chris Mannix with Sports Illustrated. Kevin, you were 18-2, the Nets were before your injury. I want to know, what was your reaction to Kyrie's trade request? Is there any part of you disappointed that you couldn't have finished what you started?
Yeah, I was upset that we couldn't finish. I thought we would have some good momentum. We were finally building the culture that we always wanted. I felt like every game we were building our chemistry. But I didn't know what was going on with Kyrie and his situation with the organization, so I didn't really focus on that. I only focused on what we were doing on the court, and it was a blow to our team. It just took away our identity. He was a huge, huge part of what we do. His game, he's a Hall of Fame player, a great, great player that can do everything on the floor, and we relied on that. So without him, we didn't have a clear identity. So that was tough for me to stomach, and I loved playing with those guys throughout the year. I felt like we had dudes that were stepping up and doing stuff that they didn't do on their previous team. So I enjoyed everything about it, and it was tough to not finish the season, but you know, I just tried to move forward as quickly as I can and try to figure something out for myself, but also still focus on trying to rehab and get back. So it all happened so fast, but I'm glad it worked out this way.
All right, we'll do one final question.
Kevin, right here, Colin Harmon, ABC 15 Sports. You came into the league at the tail end of the 7 seconds or less era, and you know all that talent was homegrown on that team. Now I look at the backdrop, and 2 of the 4 up there are future Hall of Famers that chose to want to come to Phoenix. I'm curious how maybe the evolution and the perspective among superstar players in the league about playing in Phoenix has evolved in your time in the league.
It's definitely evolved. I mean, I felt like once I got into the league, I came in 2007. Phoenix was always one of the top teams in the league. It only been a few years, actually, where they weren't one of the top teams. So they always had a solid team, somebody always respected. And when you came in here, this was a battle. You know the crowd was going to be into it from the tip. And I think one of the best teams, since I've been in the league, was that team that didn't make the playoffs, that were like 45 and 37, I think, with the Twins and P.J. Tucker. And I think that was one of the teams that really sold me on, like, all right, this is a destination to come play. This is a place that they really get behind their team. So and also just the style of play that team had, I feel like that's always evolved in the fast pace here in Phoenix. So that drew me here. You always keep an eye out on organizations and teams throughout the league, throughout your career, and this is one of the teams always and one of the cities I always respected. And I'm glad I was just able to come full circle, and I'm here now.
Thank you for helping us welcome Kevin Durant to the Valley. We ask that all fans make their way to the exit, and we hope to see you back here tonight when the Suns take on the Los Angeles Clippers at 8 p.m. here at Footprint Center.